Hello and welcome today to Magic Mondays. Magic Mondays is about women helping others to empower them going through their struggles and helping them finding the energy, the courage, and the knowledge to move forward in their lives. Hi, I'm Glenda Kroll and I'm a business and life strategy coach. And I'm seeing so many women today that come to a point where they don't have the confidence in themselves, the energy or the drive to make it over those hurdles that they are going through and calling it quits. So I am going out to women and I am asking them to tell their stories on how they have moved forward over their lives and at times how they have made it through and passed and been able to move forward in creating an incredible life for themselves. So today I'd like to bring to you my special guest, Annie Koshy. Let me tell you a little bit about this wonderful lady here. Annie is an award-winning media professional and MC with a flair for community leadership. Annie's company, GTA South Asian Media Network Inc., gives those working and supporting the South Asian media industry an opportunity to network and develop business relationship with others. Annie Koshy has developed a recognized brand and reputation. She is signed with one of Toronto's top modeling and talent agencies, Carolyn's Model and Talent, for print, commercial, and voice work, and currently has several published and commercial ads. As a media and event consultant, Annie works with several organizations to create an experience that is unique and thoroughly professional. Well, I am honored to have you here, Annie.
Thank you,
Wow,
Glenda.
what a biography. Thank you very much for coming, and please share a little bit about yourself with us.
Thank you, Glenda. Welcome to all of you, and I'm very pleased to be here. I'm very happy to be able to share my story with all of you. There's pretty much in a nutshell what you wrote there. There are a lot of different career paths and journeys that I've done to get to this point, but here I am now.
So now that you are already in the limelight of things, part of the journey is, what I try to tell, especially my clients, is nobody starts off at point A and then just goes skyrocketing
Right.
to point B.
Right.
And especially when we get to this point in our lives, it takes a lot of courage, strength, and wisdom within ourselves to make it through.
Right.
So tell me, did your life just go rocketing through? And, what type of a journey did you go through?
Oh, well, I wish it was that easy. It isn't ever. However, I think my journey to be on stage started at a young age. I've always sang in church and in choir. I think that was my first experience of being on stage. And as a young teenager, I was often asked to MC or host shows, especially year-end concerts, even right into my early 20s and adulthood. And I progressed into that, and it got more and more that I was starting to be recognized for being able to compare a show very well, to the point where I started to realize that I was doing it and enjoying it with more frequency than I had experienced before. So although I still have a great fear, because I have a great fear of being on stage, and I'm a ball of nerves till today, until I get on stage and hold a mic or start speaking, and then I'm okay. But up till that point, the fear was one thing. So conquering my fear of speaking in front of a large audience was something that I had to really work through. All of us have latent talents. We have talents that we're born with.
Right.
And very often, we don't think that we can market those talents. Very often, what we think is that no one's going to appreciate it, and no one's going to understand why I like what I do. But when you start, and I found for myself, as I got older, the more I started to do stuff that I truly enjoyed, then that passion and that joy came right through, and it was very visible to people when they were seeing it. And I think for me, that was what really drove me to decide that I wanted to pursue media consultancy and media work on a full-time basis.
So we all have fears.
We do.
And the hardest thing is stepping through those fears.
That's right.
Because it's in a lot of cases what happens is it's those fears that tend to hold us back.
That's right.
And we have this voice in our head that starts telling us we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're not talented enough, whatever. What type of thing can you give to people out there who are still struggling with that fear and they can't move that themselves forward? There's got to be something that moved you forward, because you're saying how when you went onto stage you still had that fear. Share what you did.
So one of the things I think you have to really do is to get to know yourself and be able to know what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. And it's only when you're really able to analyze yourself and know what you need to project and what you need to sort of work on still, it helps you grow as a person. And we all have weaknesses, but the key of the situation is to try and take those weaknesses and make it your strength. And that's what it is. So whether it is your fear of talking in public, whether it is your fear that someone's going to laugh, whether you're going to get up on stage or say something or do something and it's not right, or you've made a mistake, people will be able to understand when you say to them, oops, I made a mistake, and you pick up and you change it. Whereas I think if you don't even give it a chance and you don't try, that's a bigger mistake.
So what inspires you?
I think getting up every morning and having my health and being able to experience another day, I'm very happy about that. I think when I see something that I've said that has motivated another woman or another child, especially young girls, for me, that is the biggest motivation. As women, we need to be role models for each other, and we need to stand in a solid, unified front for each other. Often, as young women, we tend to cut each other up. As you get older, you start to realize that it's the women that are around you that are the ones that are the most supportive, and they're the ones that are the most encouraging. So to be able to pass on that message to other women, to encourage them, to let them reach their full potential and make sure that they're able to attain their goals, that's my passion.
I love it. Absolutely love it. What's your greatest achievement that you've been able to obtain so far?
I think for me to have launched my company in 2016 and then by 2019 be a recognized brand within the South Asian community is a huge achievement. It's been an uphill battle, and one that I've had several obstacles come my way, but also several milestones. And I'm very pleased to be able to say that it's a journey that has gotten better and better over several months, and last year a lot of goals were reached, and I look forward to achieving more. So
beautiful. Can you give somebody a tip if they are looking to get into this industry, what they can possibly do to jumpstart a career for themselves?
Sure. Yeah, it's not just about being on stage. So that's just the part that the public sees. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. And if you are interested in starting in this industry, whether it's in media consultancy, hosting, emceeing, being a model, learning the ropes from the best in the industry is probably the best advice that I could share with anyone. And also to be sure to learn all the different aspects of your business, to make sure that you know each of the different roles that help to form your business. Because when you're bringing someone onto your team, you need to understand the pluses and minuses of that role and be able to know what type of personality would best suit that role. So someone who's not a fundraiser, to put them in a donation or a fundraising role isn't applicable. Someone who's a people person, to put them behind a desk and a computer, it isn't the role. But if you're able to master those skills of all the different aspects that you have in your business that you need to, and even making sure that you groom the different relationships in your business network to make sure that you have the right fit for your personality and for your business type.
Wow, great words of wisdom. I love it. So tell me something. Do you have any challenges?
Every day is a challenge. I think if we didn't have challenges, we wouldn't be growing. And I think that the challenges help us to become a stronger person. So for me, yes, there are challenges every single day. There's lots of stuff that happens behind the scene, things that are not shown out in public that form our challenges. But I think the strength of women, the strength of being a good business person, man or woman, is to be able to move beyond that and to be able to be strong and carry forward. So sometimes there is a challenge. You may have to reroute or plan a different thing, go to your plan B. But those are things that are normal, and those are not considered a block, but rather a small hurdle or a bump in the road.
So not to look at themselves as it's not a weakness or something that they can't make it through.
Not at all. I think that if you have something you're not strong at, then you either find someone who will be that strength for you that you can't do it. So for example, if you're not good at marketing, or perhaps you're not good at creating digital imagery or posters, or you're not good at social media, finding someone, an expert in the field, who will be able to help you, guide you, teach you, or perhaps help you do it is probably the best bet. So your weakness shouldn't be seen as something that's going to detract from you. Take your weakness and find someone who's going to help you make it your strength.
So have you done that throughout your career? You
Absolutely.
have found other people?
Not just have I found other people, I've been blessed to be able to have and work with people who have helped show me the way, who have helped train, who have imparted knowledge, and in every role, because I didn't get to this role right now just having become a media expert all of a sudden. I had different careers. And so whatever career it is that you've done, to take those skills that you have from that and transfer that to your new role, that's the most important. Take your transferable skills. Whatever you learn from various roles that you've done in life, whether it's a mother, whether it's a housewife, whether it's you were a doctor, or you were, doing some other role, a cashier, or you were a marketing professional. If you decide to change your role, there are lots of skills that you have in each of these roles that will be applicable in your new role as well. And so to be able to find that and sift through what you've got as latent knowledge.
So how do you start? Like, where do you look? How do people know where to go? Can you give some people direction? Because I know when I speak to so many women, they are at a point they just struggle and don't know even where to begin.
Depends on what it is that we're talking about. So if you're looking at how to gain the courage to be able to stand up on stage, to start with something small, maybe host something that's a private party, a birthday event, a private gathering, maybe host a women's event where you're getting a few of your close friends together, and you start developing your confidence. Your family or your close friends are probably the ones that are going to give you the best feedback on what you're doing well and what you're not doing well. And as you gain more and more confidence, then you can open up your circle. And as you get better and better at speaking in front of the public, then you will be able to determine what type of words or what you want to convey for the type of audience that you have in front of you. So there are different types of events. And so I think if you've never done this before, starting something small and moving to the bigger is a much better thing than starting with something big.
And let's talk about investing in yourself as a person, as
Absolutely.
a woman. It's so important. It's people don't always realize the importance of, when it's about putting out money, they all of a sudden they look at
That's
it
right.
on the small terms and thinking that it's too much money to put out, and they don't look at it that it's actually what you're actually doing. It's totally mindset. You've got to change it about it. It's all about investing in yourself, so that you sometimes need to go in and take a course or
That's
something that will grow you
That's right.
as a person.
That's right. So one of the things that's very important is investing in yourself makes you credible. And so to build your credibility, you need to be able to not just talk, but walk the walk. And so you need to make sure that whatever you're doing, as a brand ambassador myself, it's important that when I'm sharing my image, that it's reflective of the brand that I'm putting forward. So if I was not doing that, then I wouldn't be considered a brand expert. If I'm not able to do social media marketing on my own brand, then how can I help someone else build their own social media marketing brand? And so these are sort of the small things. You need to be able to build up your credibility, and to do that, you need to first learn from the experts. You need to invest in yourself. One of the things I've learned, and I'm very grateful to Carolyn and her team, is the coaching that goes on behind the scenes. As a model and as an actress, it doesn't just come because you have a pretty face. There's a lot of work that goes on. There's a lot of poise. There's a lot of ways to speak in front of camera, to be able to talk to an audience that they have trained us on. And so to be able to convey that, it does take investment of time. I'm also very grateful to be an elite speaker, and I have invested in that as well. So to be a certified elite speaker, I've taken the training, and I'm very grateful to be able to say that that has instilled a lot of confidence in me to convey what I want.
Beautiful. So you see, it's all about investing in yourself and being the best that you can be. So when you're struggling, you're not, what we're here to show you all is you're not the only one that is going through struggles. We all have gone through our struggles. It's the fact of you just don't stop there. You keep on moving forward and you keep building yourself no matter what. There's so many people out there. And that's why I'm going around and I'm asking people to share their stories, because I want to show people that seem to be stuck in a spot that we are all out there. We're, we're all human beings, and we all are going through our own journeys. And through our journeys, for me, it's all about helping others and empowering others to move forward. So it's not about stopping and not getting across that hurdle. It's about to keep on going.
Yeah.
And that's why it's all about to listen to these stories and see, is there something in somebody else's story that can teach you something?
Yeah.
One little golden nugget that can move you forward. And, that's what I believe. So thank you so much. I want to just thank you, Annie, so much. And can we let people know how they can get in touch with you if they want to speak with you?
Absolutely. I have several pages on Facebook itself. You can find me under Annie J. Koshy Media Consultant, or my company name, GTA South Asia Media Network, or reach out to me on Facebook through Glenda, and she'll be able to give you my personal contacts as well. My website will be up and running very shortly, and you can find it under www.anniejkoshy.com. Hang on for a couple more days and it should be up and running.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll also post a link down below afterwards once this is up. And if you are watching this on either now on the live feed, or afterwards when it's replaying, please give us some love, share us around. The whole idea is so that people realize that they're not by themselves and going through the struggle. It's all about that there's help out there for all of us. And this is a world that we should be working together with love and support. And we're not here to be knocking people down. We're here to be building other people up.
That's right. That's right.
Very
much so.
I just want to be out there and asking people to share this so that we can show other people that life is really worth wonders. There's some love and beauty out there, and you'll make it through just like we all have. Everybody's life has struggles, but the greatest thing about these struggles is that it turns into being our greatest growths. I can do that. So I want to thank you so very much for coming along and watching us and making your Mondays some magic in it. Don't wait till the Fridays to enjoy your week. Start off with the beginning of your week. Bring some magic into your life. Share me, love me, and let's keep going across this journey and talking to other women and sharing stories, and let's empower other people to move forward in their life and look that it's a kinder world out there if we're working together. So I thank you, Annie.
Thank you, Glenda, for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. And I thank you also very much, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Be well and have a great day. Bye now.